Elijah Craig, 18 year. 18 years old. It's a single barrel, but it's only 90 proof. Is it worth it? I had to pay, I don't know, like 150 bucks to get this. Let's find out. Back to another episode of Neat Bourbon. My name's Tanner, and today got another bottle review for you guys. We got the Elijah Craig single barrel 18 year. Now, I haven't really seen one of these bottles around before. Virginia was doing like a big allocated drop the other week and was able to come away with this one. Got it at retail. I think it was like $149. So, I mean, that's a pretty hefty price to pay. I mean, it is 18 years old, so if you're doing, $10 per year, I guess it's a good value there. But the kicker is this bottle's only 90 proof. So, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of, 90 proof bottles, they're good, but I mean, you can only get so much flavor from a 90 proof bottle. And so, like, whenever I see 90 proof, my expectations are only going to be but so high. And especially when you're paying, 150 bucks. Like, there are just other bottles out there, that are more findable than this. That you could spend 150 bucks on that you're going to be, getting this awesome flavor punch. Now, the reviews on this, some people say that it's over oaked, but I don't know. I am a pretty big fan of oak, so haven't really found, a match, for a bottle to be over oaked for me yet. But anyways, want to go ahead and get this review out here for you guys. Elijah Craig, 18 years. So this is a Heaven Hill bottle. Elijah Craig, they have, their standard small batch. That's a great shelfer product. Then, you're going up into the barrel proofs. Everybody knows those are amazing. They come out 3 times a year. And for their age statement products, they got the 18 year, and then they also got, I think, the 23 year. So, again, never seen the 23 year. I've only seen this one for like $300. I'm out in other states. So this was the first time ever seen it at retail. I didn't even know if I would, was going to buy it or not, but, walked out of the store with it. So, let's go ahead and get into the nose. Man. So right away that's oak. Getting definitely some oak. That and a lot of vanilla. Wow. It's just a lot of vanilla in there. I mean, it's just, yeah. I mean, the oak's definitely the first note, and then it's coming up with like that vanilla sweetness on there. A little bit of spice. I think the mash bill on this is 78% corn, 12% rye, and 10% malted barley as well. So, yeah, maybe a little chocolate in there, maybe like an espresso bean. But yeah, I mean, the predominant notes I'm getting are, that oak and, a mess of vanilla. But let's go ahead and get to the palate. Cheers. Wow. That's really good. I do like the oak presence there, jumping out. That vanilla definitely transfers over to the palate really well. It's not overly sweet. And I think when a lot of people say that bourbons are over oaked, I think it gets like really drying on the back palate. It is drying on the back palate here, but it's not off-putting, but it is noticeable on the palate. Yeah, like that vanilla has kind of like a toffee sweetness in there as well, but it is definitely oak forward. What was it? I think it's the 1790. Yeah, let's see. For the sake of, since this is a, 12 year, 96.6 proof. I mean, this is like 50 bucks. I think I paid in like that $65 range for it. But anyways, put it over here just to get a little, yeah. Yeah, the oak's definitely, I mean, you would expect it. The 18 year, this is only 12, but I mean, the oak is definitely a lot more prominent. But I mean, I was a big fan of this 1792. And I thought the 1792 was a big vanilla bomb as well. Wow. Okay. Yeah, getting a lot more nut on that 1792, which I didn't really like pick up. It was pretty faint from my memory. This is coming across a lot more oak forward with that like vanilla toffee notes. Yeah. Wow. I'm kind of surprised. I was a really big fan of this one. And I do kind of prefer the Elisha Craig 18 over the 1792 12 year. Kind of surprised there. And honestly, like the viscosity on the palate for a 90 proof bottle, like it's pretty velvety, honestly. So I think that's kind of like making that vanilla taste more like a vanilla cream note there on the palate. So I mean, like it is oaky and like drying on the back end. Yeah. Wow. I don't know. I mean, tasting these two side by side, I think it definitely makes this Elisha Craig 18 year stand out. I'm not saying like I'm knocking the 1792, but this one is a little bit more nutty on the profile than the Elisha Craig. But you know, Heaven Hill, Barton, they both kind of have a nut in the profile. Like the Elisha Craigs, you know, the barrel proofs, those are really like caramel forward as well. This is definitely coming across more toffee. So vanilla, toffee, oak, maybe a little bit of that espresso bean in there too. It is a little drying on the back end of the palate as well. Overall, I mean, for $150, I mean, that's just, I mean, you gotta, I don't know. I mean, it is really good, but it's just still $150 for a 90 proof bottle. I don't know, it's kind of hard for me to, you know, wrap my head around that sometimes. It is really good. I mean, I would say it's probably worth retail. I definitely wouldn't be reaching over this. I would recommend this bottle as well. I think it is great, especially after putting it next to the 1792 12 year. You know, overall, pretty like viscous for a 90 proof bottle. I don't really know of like many things out there on the market to really compare this to. I mean, let me know in the comments down below. Like, do you know of anything that's, you know, ultra aged, 90 proof, you know, single barrel bourbon, you know, would be similar to Elisha Craig? Nothing really, you know, jumps to mind. My first thing was this, you know, 1792 12 year. I mean, yeah, you got like the Michter's 10. That's, you know, sub 100 proof. I guess those would be like the three I think that I have. You got the Wild Turkey 12 year. That's 101. That's right above 100. But yeah, anyways, kind of rambling at this point. This is a great bottle, 150 bucks. If you haven't had one, I would pick it up at 150 bucks. Past that, you know, I mean, it's kind of up to your own personal preference there. Probably wouldn't back one of these up. But when I do finish this bottle, I would replace it at 150 bucks. But again, wouldn't reach over that. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. And as always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And again, my name's Tanner. This is Neat Bourbon. And pop the bottles and share the pours. And we'll see you in the next one.